Love this arena for a fight. Just a teetering platform surrounded by lava that falls from the ceiling. It's pretty great. The battle is less impressive than the scenery. That's another thing that you can say about a lot of parts of this game. I've sort of forgotten how to do this, even though I played it recently. This is not one of the more memorable boss fights. Okay. Raise your fist, and slam your stomach. There we go. And I guess I pull you away. Yeah. All that goat herding has paid off. You may have made fun of me for being a country boy, but who's laughing now? And slam. The way he jumps around reminds me a whole lot of Wario World. Whenever you throw the characters, the boss fights in particular, like off ledges and stuff, and then they fall into lava or some other kind of hazard, they just bounce up and down a whole lot. And it looks exactly like that. This boss fight reminds me a little bit of the Red Brief J fight in Wario World. It's another one where you're on a platform over lava and it kind of sinks a little bit. And there's a guy that you have to throw in. And he also looks kind of derpy, like this guy does. Okay. Fight over. And he's a pumpkin. He just is a pumpkin. Says nothing. Oh, so that is why you're here. In that case. But how are we going to get back up? Conveniently, the lava rises for us. The volcano just heard our pleas and said, hey, I have a dream I hope will come true, that you're here with me and I'm here with you, etc., etc. That is what a volcano would say if it could talk. That was the weirdest Pixar short. I feel like Pixar's quality is less consistent with its shorts than its feature films. I didn't dislike it, but it sure was weird. And time for... We just did a mini-boss. Now we're gonna get the weapon. We got the bow. What do the Gorons have a bow for? What possible use could this have for big rock creatures in a mine? Oh well, it's helpful to us, so... Okay, fine. I was trying to shoot the top of that because I thought that maybe I could get both of the ropes cut that way, but if you cut one, then you cut the other for some reason, so... I guess it is still technically the same rope. Whatever. And if I try to push you, you come to life, everything else comes to life. Thankfully, these are enemies of little consequence. Turn around and look at me, I dare you. These guys remind me of Wario World as well. There are characters in Wario World that are basically just rocks that spin around, and they have eyes on one side, and another rock of theirs is like a mouth, and another is a nose. And you have to time how you hit them or something. Don't remember what's in this. I think it's the compass. Yeah, chances are if I don't remember what's in it, it's the compass. Because who cares about the compass? The compass is useful. It's just less useful to me because I know what the, where most everything important in the game is now. After having played it multiple times and watching multiple playthroughs of it. And now we are approaching the final Goron. to Totaka song. We got the big key, which looks like some futuristic flashlight, maybe? To the Patriarch's room. Oh hey, and there's another treasure chest here. Which, if I had to guess, just has more rupees in it. 50 rupees, though, that's nice. But it won't fit in your wallet now, so let's put it back. Oh well. If only I had a bigger wallet. Also, I haven't pointed this out, but all of these rooms with the Goron Elders have these beds. And they look like the tallest beds in existence. I can't imagine what these would be useful for. Like, why do you need a bed that's so high up? Of course, I was just talking about how Link has a house on, or his bed is on the 3rd floor of his house. At least they have bedding. Wrong way. But it's like they have a bunk bed without the lower bunk. That's essentially what that is. And it's made of steel, too. Or what looks like steel. Maybe it's in case their volcano home ever floods just high enough that the lava wouldn't reach the top of their bed. That seems kind of random. Never mind. I give up trying to make logic out of this. This would be the most likely time for me to have my shield burn up. There's tons of fiery things in this room. I'm gonna try to take them out all ahead of time. And they're considerate enough to drop arrows for me that they happen to have on their person. I'm gonna kill them in the distance. And just completely ignore these lizards. Strategic. I am so smirked, SMRT. Okay. Has my shield burnt up yet? I'm really surprised that it hasn't. Because all I've been doing is running into things that are, like, made of fire. If solidified fire was a thing, these enemies would be made out of it. I'm not talking about, like, hardened rock. I'm talking about solidified fire. I'm not going to use my shield on that guy, because, again, it will be broken. Gosh, the aiming is so weird upside down. Okay, don't get me. I'm just gonna take a precaution here and shoot your tail a few times. Oh, okay, he's dead. Just falls straight up from my perspective. Yeah, there's a Shel Silverstein book about that. You should read it. Oh wait, you're dead. Yeah, I'm sure you couldn't read anyway. Stupid lizard. More treasure chests that I have no idea what they could possibly be useful for. Just more rupees that I can't have. Looks very juicy and delicious, though. Maybe I could just eat it. Can't I put it in my mouth? Om nom nom. All the rupees in this game look like Jello, and even more so in Skyward Sword. Gosh, do they look like Jello in that game. This is the part where I kind of get stuck trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. But I'm pretty sure that right here is where I'm supposed to go, and I just forget. Let me check the map. Yeah, okay, we're on our way. Just a little bit confusing. And now because I have my arrow, I can hit the stupid switch from a distance. If you would stop spitting up at me, fish. You're like the llama of the sea. What is this? I'm just noticing this image on this on this bridge here. It looks kind of like a... what is it, a rosary? But also a fire hydrant? Looks more like a fire hydrant. That is weird. just little details. Have to admire all the little details. I know everyone's trying to attack me. I'm just gonna pass them by. In this land full of gunpowder. Important cutscene to reveal that the same people that were shooting at us earlier are still shooting at us. We needed a cutscene for that. Look at me. Don't look at me that quickly. That was slightly startling. This is really odd. This door is closed. You don't realize it's a door, but yeah, it's closed. And then you pull this onto nothing, and then it opens. It would have made sense if there was a switch there, but no, there's just nothing. So I don't exactly know what triggers the opening of that door. Aside from just magic. Which makes enough sense, I guess. But even magic should have some kind of logic behind it. Since science is like magic to all of our lives. I guess it makes as much sense as whenever you kill all the enemies in a room and the door opens. Which doesn't make any sense. It's just like some almighty invisible ghost decides, well, you did your quota for the day. I guess you can go through this door now. Wasn't really planning on going for a swim here, but hey, it was relaxing, so... You can stop going for a swim now, Link. I'm sure there's, like, a treasure chest somewhere in the water that you can get with the iron boots. Not gonna mess with it because I know that there are no more hearts. Oh, can I not? I have to wait for it to get in range. Magnet, come back. I thought we were attracted to one another. Aren't you at least attracted to me? Or I'm attracted to you? You can get up to that platform where the moblins are. I guess they're moblins with enough effort. But there's nothing really up there, so there's no point. And those ropes fall so very slowly. Maybe it's because they're submerged in the water, but it's just so slow. It doesn't look like they're submerged in the water. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not. So, gravity was just having an off day just then. Just decided, you know, I'll make everything go slower. Just in this one little spot. I might have to talk about gravity whenever I'm defying it so consistently in this magnetic field world. This is always a room that I kind of forget about. It's not that memorable, you just hurt some enemies. In designing my own sort of dungeon, I'm in the game that I'm making, it's kind of hard to come up with ideas that aren't kill all the enemies in a room and have it remain interesting. Oh, there goes my shield. Yep. I know what you're gonna tell me, Midna, you don't have to bother. I have to go get a new shield. I'll do that later. Get the... Boom. There we go. That's all I was trying to do. In trying to design my own dungeons, it's very difficult to come up with ideas that seem interesting enough throughout. Like, I don't know what people are going to think of the ideas that I put out there that I like. And part of that makes me wonder whether or not I even like them. Oh well, I think it'll work out in the end. It's one of those developer conflicts. Big doors close. What was that? The doors closed behind me. Link is surprised every time that happens. Every single time. And it's always such a delayed reaction. He looks friendly. He's like... a little bit like Ganon. Beast form Ganon. In how he looks. A little bit more blobby, though. Well, at least he's chained up. I need to stop saying things like that.